welcome to episode 3 of the elbehoch3 podcast. My name is Sarah and I am your host today. I am coming to you from Hamburg, which is in northern Germany, and it is a quite rainy Sunday today. A warm welcome to anyone who's checking us out and is a new viewer, and thank you very, very much for coming back if you're a returning viewer, and thank you for sticking with us. This podcast is mostly about knitting and dyeing yarn. There might be some crocheting in some episodes if Christina or Katharina is joining me, because I am no crocheter. They want me to, and I tried, and I was a crocheter as a child, but no, not for me now. I'm just too happy with my knitting. There also might be some spinning involved or some other craft we're trying out, because we like to try new stuff and see how that goes. Before we dive into the episode, I want to address a serious topic. I want to make this very, very clear. This podcast is welcoming and supporting for all human beings, especially for the marginalized in our white privileged society. And I am going to make one exception to this rule. If you are bullied to BIPOC or any other marginalized group, and you're not willing to learn and do better, you are not welcome here. Just to make that crystal clear. I was born into a very privileged family and country. As you may have noticed, I am white, and I never had to worry about not being invited to a job interview just because of my skin color. I didn't have to worry going to a shop and being ignored. That never happened to me. I still have to learn a lot. I am far from perfect, but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to say sorry for things that I say and not think about them enough. So please let me know if there's any issue. And regarding issues, last episode I talked about a pattern I wanted to knit by Caitlin Hunter. And after that episode, it was brought to our attention that there are some issues with Caitlin Hunter, and we decided to not support her anymore. So I won't knit any of her patterns. And I'm quite sure I'll find another pattern that I want to knit. If I want to knit another pattern by a designer, I don't know, because that's new to me. I'm more of a knitter, designing her own projects, her own stuff, because I enjoy that. And I don't know, that's how I roll, I guess. But recently I tried out another pattern, which I talked about on last episodes, and I want to dive into that in a minute. One more thing before I dive into the knitting stuff. Christina is starting a crochet along on the 1st of October. She's doing a mood scarf. You can check that out on our Instagram account. We are elbehoch3 on Instagram and on any other platform that we are active on. We are most active on Instagram, but we're also on Ravelry. Not that active yet, because that was a new thing for us, but we love to check that out. So, on to the knitting and dyeing today, because I filmed a dye session for my current project, which I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to insert here, but before that, no, I'm just going to insert that here. I dyed up that wool with that project in mind. It is the Blackthorn sweater by Lily Turner. Hope I get that right. I know I said the wrong name last time. No, it was Lily Turner. Yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure. If not, there's the right name. So I dyed up some wool, some 100% superwash merino for that specific project, the Blackthorn sweater. And here we go. This time I want to dye Specifically for a project, I'm planning to do the Blackthorn sweater, and I want a very, very dark red, rich red, and a light pink as a contrast. I'm doing 1 skein of the contrast and 4 skeins of the main color, and I'm going to start with the pink. So I'm putting in some water, about 2 liters. I want this color to be variegated, but kinda more solid. Not solid, but lightly variegated. 2 liters of water are now in here, and now I'm putting the color in fast. I've shaken up this light pink. This is my dye stock, and it's a color which creates heavy bubbles when shaken. I've taken 30 milliliters. I'm putting this in here. This is cold water, by the way, plain tap water. Now I'll put 1, yeah, I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon of citric acid. I don't want the color to strike too fast, because I want it more solid and variegated. I soaked the skein in citric acid water for about 10 minutes. And now I'm going to put that in. Let me get that. I'm going to put this in quickly, so that the color won't strike too fast on certain parts. And then I'm going to stir it. Ooh, liking this color. So I want to give it some space, so that the color can get on there evenly. It won't be that even, it will still be variegated. And now I'm going to heat this up. We're waiting for a simmer, a light simmer, not a heavy simmer. When we see bubbles, we're gonna reduce the heat and let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes to let the color get in. So time is up. This was simmering for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna leave it at that. And now I'm just getting it off the hob and let that cool completely in the pot. Now to the dark red. I already mixed the colors and got a big pot. This is heavy because there are 4 skeins that will go in there. I put about 8 liters of water in here and some color already. I mixed the color out of red, mostly red, a little pink, a little black, and a little green to get a really dark color. I put some color in there, but not all of it. And I'm starting the heat now, because this will take a while to get heated up. Now I'm getting the skeins ready to go in there. And then I'm going to put the rest of the color in there. And then the skeins, without stirring in between. You'll see. Got the pre-mixed color in here. And I'm just going to put it in. I'm not going to stir because I want these to be a little variegated. There's also citric acid in there, 3 tablespoons. And now I'm going to put the skeins in all at once. Got 4 skeins ready and they are just going to in, and I'll put them in quickly. Now I'm going to push them down. And I think I won't stir now. Just gonna wait a little. So waited 5 minutes and I'm going to stir now. Just a little. Well, this color is really light. I want it to be really dark. Dye bath is not yet exhausted, but I think we don't have enough color in here. Let me check. Yeah, there's not much color left. I think I'm going to mix up some more and put it in. So long I'm letting it get to simmer. So I mixed up some more color, the same amount as before. I'm going to put this in. I don't want to put it directly on the yarn. I want to put it in the water, so I'm going to push these away. Put the dye over here. Yeah. I'm going to push back the yarn. The dye bath is hot by now, but we're not to simmer now. Not yet. So, see how that goes. This looks more like the color I was aiming for, but I think it's still not dark enough. It's a nice maroon, but I still want it darker. So I mixed another batch of the color and I'm going to put that in. Push this in the other direction now. Insert the color here. And back with the yarn. Stirring a little. I'm going to do this with the one. Just a little. It's super washed down, by the way. I don't know if I told you already. Gonna give this time. We're still not at a simmer. There's a lot of water in here, so we're gonna wait. This is finally the color I'm going to leave it with. I had to go in with 2 more rounds of colors. I did it the exact same way as before, and yeah, I'm happy with the result. It's variegated. There's still some lighter patches in here and some very dark patches. So now I'm waiting for the simmer, and then I'm going to let it cool completely. After I dyed all that up and it was all dried, I had the lovely skeins. I don't have those with me today because I already caked those up. And let me tell you, that was a tangly mess. Lots of untangling had to be done with those skeins because I kind of forgot to put, how is that called? I forgot to secure it even more, so it got all tangly. I don't know. Yeah, it was very, very tangly. And so that doesn't happen to me again, I bought some reusable zip ties to handle the yarn better next time. And now I'm going to show you the project and how far I've come. I'm keeping that one in this basket, which I have under my table right next to my sofa so that I can grab it any time. And let me tell you, I was monogamously knitting on this one for the last 2 weeks now, because last Last time I podcasted was 2 weeks ago, and as I told you, I started to knit that afternoon. And here is how far I've come. I am done with the color work and the yoke. I split for the sleeves already. Yeah, the sleeves are on hold on some scrap yarn, and I knit about, I'd say, 10 to 15 centimeters of the body. Excuse me. I didn't do the second color work, which would have been here. I didn't do that one because to my eyes it looks more beautiful this way, and the splitting for the sleeves is a little higher instead of down here. So that's how far I've come. I've got a lot of I got a lot left of the contrast color. It's this. Let me grab that. I have also left some 50-gram ball of the contrast color. I'm going to need a little bit of the contrast color for the sleeves because there's some color work on the sleeves as well, but it was 100-gram skein, and I think I'm going to have a lot left, maybe half of it. I knit the smallest size of the pattern. The pattern is supposed to have a 30 centimeters positive of ease. I didn't want to do that with that much positive ease, so I chose smaller needles. Pattern recommends 3.5 millimeter needles, and I used 3 millimeter needles. I used the Chaya Goose, which are my favorite. Yeah, so mine is going to be a little smaller because I am small. Yeah, but you can use any size. I think there are 4 or 5 different sizes in the pattern, and yeah, because they have very much positive ease, I think they'll fit a lot of different people. Yeah. So that was what I'm working on. I don't have a finished object. I didn't start any other. So my whips are all the same as last time, and I'm not going to show you all of them to you again. But I wanted to show you a little more of what I am wearing. This is a sweater I knit, I don't know when, because I didn't look that up and I didn't keep track when I knit this. Some time ago though, I wore it definitely last year in winter I had it already, because I wore it quite a lot because I love it. It's a warm 100% alpaca wool, and I did a little cabling here and also on the sleeves, down all the way down. Yeah, let me stand up a little bit for you. This. Yeah, I ended the color work I wanted to say. No, the cabling in the V shape. And yeah, I love it very much. The wool is, this is pilling quite a lot because the ply in the yarn is loose, very loosely, so the less tight the yarn is plied, the more pilling there will be. I'm not a fan of pilling. Yeah, when I was a beginner knitter, I love to knit with very thick single ply yarn, and that pills like hell. Yeah, so nowadays I'm going to knit more with yarn that has more plies and is tighter plied. Definitely enjoy that more. Yeah, to my knitting. I have the weekend off. Normally I work on Saturdays. This day was my day off. So I had 2 days off in a row, Saturday and Sunday. And I was knitting on Friday night on my Blackthorn sweater. And my shoulder began to hurt quite a lot. I was going on knitting. And when I woke up yesterday on Saturday, it hurt even more. And it still hurts. All this way here, my right arm. And I can't knit. And I want to knit so badly. I want to knit and finish the sweater, but I can't because it hurts. I really, really hope this goes away so I can start knitting again. I miss it. I'm sitting on my couch and watching an episode, a podcast, or a series, a film. I want to do something with my hands. I'm just sitting there and think, something is missing here. I want to knit, and I can't. It's horrible. Has this happened to you? I don't know if it's from the knitting or something else, but I don't like it. I want the pain to go away. Yeah. Enough of that. Don't want to bore you with that. So I was thinking about my next project, which is going to be the October socks, because I am participating in the Box of Socks Cal 2019 from Christina, who is Voolenvine on YouTube and Instagram. And I enjoy that quite much. So far I've knit 9 pairs of socks, 1 each month, and an additional one which I gave away to little girl, the rainbow socks. You can watch all of those on last episode. I showed all of those to you then, so I'm not going to do that again, but I'm going to show you the yarn in which I'm going to knit the October pair of socks. Let me just grab that. And this is it. It's orange. Orange is my least favorite color, but I had all these colors to knit the rainbow socks, so there was orange in that, so I have orange and I don't want to go to waste. I could have given this to someone else. Yeah, I could. But I really wanted to knit a pair of socks of each color of the rainbow that I used in my rainbow socks. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. This is my October sock color. It's orange and it's going to be a pumpkin. Yeah, I decided on a pumpkin pattern, which I did not write up yet, but will soon. Maybe today or tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 30th of September. Yeah, should get that ready tomorrow so I can start knitting on the 1st of October. If my arm is okay by then. I hope it is. I love starting those socks. When I'm starting the socks in the beginning of the month, I always knit monogamously on those until they are finished, which takes me 7 to 10 days most of the time. I'm not the fastest knitter, but okay. I think I'm doing okay. I'm fast enough. And then hopefully I can return to my Blackthorn sweater because I really, really, really want to wear it. I love the colors. I love how the contrast color works with main color. I was a bit very worried about that, but I'm so happy how it turned out. So I want to wear it and knit on it. Again, yeah, I get carried away. So yeah, that's it for this episode, I guess. Nothing else to show you. I did not dye the yarn for the pie shawl yet again. Again, that's from last episode. I wanted to dye. That's from the first episode. Is it from the first episode or the second? I think it was in the first episode. I don't have that many episodes. Why can't I remember what is in which? Yeah. I think it was in the first episode where I showed you how I dyed up some yarn, and I wanted to dye up that yarn for my pie shawl, and it didn't get the right color. It was much too purpley, and I wanted it to be more like magnolia color so that it fits better to the pie shawl, and I can finish that one. I didn't do another attempt on that. Maybe I could do that if my arm doesn't get better, because I can do probably all of that with my left hand. I'm doing much with my left hand now, but I can't knit with just one hand. Yeah, so that is it for today. If you liked this episode, please like and subscribe and come back next time. I think I am going to do this every other week. I thought I would do this every week, but I have a full-time day job and don't think I get too much knitting done in 1 week. So I won't have much to show you each week. So I'm going to do this every other week. There could be some videos in between that, which could be some tutorials. And I know Christina is filming a video for her Cal that might come in between. So put on that little bell icon so that you don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And see you next time. Bye!